if you all were authors of Boruto to Blue Vortex, how long would you keep Naruto locked up? And do you think there's going to be a big bad villain besides Code and Kawaki?
If I was a writer, I would keep Naruto locked up indefinitely, at least until after we get that flash forward scene. So whenever that flash forward scene happens, I would say a lot later after that, because I don't really see how much more he can add to the story, unless, like you said it, like I remember one time you saying like maybe he's doing some type of mental training or something. I highly doubt that shit.
Yeah, me
No,
too.
but what more can he add to the story? So I think it should just be indefinitely until either Boruto saves him or Kawaki either has a change of heart somewhere down the line. You know how that story usually runs in anime, and he releases him before Kawaki dies or some shit, like whatever happens in the future. But that's what I would do if I was a writer. What was the other question? It was the second one too, right?
Do you think there's going to be a part 3 the way things are going? And do you think
Oh, I
there's going to
said
be
that.
a third villain?
Yeah. A third villain. I think so, because we still have like shit that they didn't go over and stuff that hasn't revealed itself yet, like the stone tablets, it being two Osuskis there where it was broken. And I do think that if Boruto follows in the Naruto direction, Kawaki and Boruto is going to need some type of common enemy to fight. I don't think that's going to be Code. I don't think Code's going to be the common enemy that brings them together and have them fight together. I do think it's going to be some type of outside threat, because they put too much emphasis on this Osuski. The Boruto franchise is like big on the Osuski, so I can't see the Osuski not playing more of a bigger role in the future of Boruto, Naruto, whatever the title is. But as far as a part 3, I don't know. I'm starting to more agree with you guys. Part 1 lasted 6 years, damn near. For them to do a part 3, maybe they do it 3 years and then do another 3 years. I don't know how they would structure that. Then that makes it to where we'll have to get 3 years of the build up for the flipping in and then go into the second part. So like, what the fuck? It's just like, bro, how do you want to watch 10 years of an anime? I don't know.
No, I do not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we got 4 years until it runs into a 10-year anime.
When I'd possibly have Naruto unreleased or unsealed, I have 2 separate answers. And this kind of possibly goes into the second question I was asked. I think if he's released in Boruto TBV, I think he should possibly be released around episode 150. I'm assuming the Kawaki and Boruto situation, and this right here might change right now because we're seeing Boruto and Kawaki with a bunch of the Claw Rounds in the Hidden Leaf Village as right now. But I was originally assuming that situation where the Hidden Leaf Village is completely destroyed happens around episode 120, 145, something along the lines of that. And once Boruto and Kawaki's feud is kind of over, then Kawaki unseals Naruto, and then they go into like a brand new arc or something like that. I kind of thought that, and of course Kawaki would be scolded, potentially ousted from the Hidden Leaf Village, etc., etc. But if it's not that, and hypothetically we do talk about a third part, I think there will be a third part. I don't want to say definitely, but I think there will be a third part. And I definitely do. Well, this is something I'm definite about. I definitely do want to keep an eye on One Piece, see exactly what they do if they do have like another next generation series. But in the third part, hypothetically, if there is like a Saruto, and I've been talking about this a lot.
Oh my gosh!
About this. If there is a,
he can't help himself, bro. That's crazy.
If there is a Saruto, and it's like directly after this, I could see Naruto being unsealed then. But I think one of the best ideas about Naruto potentially being unsealed is like in a potential Saruto series, have that be like generations later, like generations and generations later. It's kind of similar to how the Hashirama story ended, and then we got to see Naruto, and Hashirama's like a generations type of character earlier. Naruto can kind of be like that, and when he's unsealed, have him be like one of the strongest characters at that particular time. That right there could possibly be like when Naruto's unsealed, and that right there could potentially be the start of the third series, and Naruto as the Hokage, potentially with just a strong character in the Hidden Leaf Village, that'd possibly be like an elite thing. Hypothetically, if Naruto was the Hokage, would we be so quick to like throw away the Hidden Leaf Village?
What do you mean by that?
Like everybody leaving the Hidden Leaf Village, like it's packed up. All right, F it. We all rogue.
I
I
think
You
feel-
think you saying with Naruto gone that people would do that? Is what you're asking?
No, I'm saying if Naruto was still the Hokage, because I feel like
at this point, okay, go ahead.
yeah, I
Sorry.
mean, what I'm getting at, I feel like once Naruto left being a Hokage, it's like, all right, Boruto's rogue, Kawaki pretty much is rogue. Like, I guess the fan base is now is rogue. We're not even Hidden Leaf fans. No
I mean, we still pulling up with the headband on, so we still repping
Yeah,
our crew.
facts.
But-
just got a slash in between it.
Yeah.
Facts.
I genuinely don't know what's there for them.
But we the cloud anyways, though. So
Bro, we need to see the cloud. But like, bro, Raikage, old man Raikage, gonna be heated at Sasuke, bro. He told him not to go, don't do nothing else, bro. He told him in that fucking was it the Ketsuri gun little arc.
Sasuke not worried about the Raikage.
Nah, Raikage about to fucking clothesline that boy. Nah, bro,
Hell
clothesline from hell. That's crazy. If Naruto would be affected by omnipotence, I would imagine, and he would probably still be on the same time. I guess there would have to be a different trigger to cause people to despise Kawaki as much as they do, because the whole thing is Naruto was killed, right? Because if Naruto never died, you could swap Boruto with Kawaki. It'd be weird as shit, and there would be like, you know, they'd be giving Boruto side eye like they do Kawaki, but there would be no kill order. There would be no him needing to go rogue. None of that would need to happen. There's no criminal element at play. So if Naruto's around, I think Boruto just walks around trying to convince people he ain't Kawaki. If I'm being honest with you.
Are you saying like if he was still
needs to happen.
Hokage now and he was affected by like the Ada's ability and stuff like that, where the flipping and happen and all that stuff like that?
Right.
Okay.
I think
way too deep. I got way too deep in that.
No, I think people are conflating too much. All omnipotence did is make them think Boruto's Kawaki and vice versa. That's it.
Right.
Everything that follows that, because
the
this
same.
is the reason why Hima can do what she's doing, because she knows different.
Mhm.
But all that other stuff is because they believe Boruto killed Naruto. So it's like the criminal elements at play. That's not omnipotence. That's just some stuff. That's a lie that they believe. So if you remove if you add Naruto back into the story, there's no criminal element. So there's no need to run like kill on sight, go rogue, none of that. They're just in Boruto and Sasuke stays. And it's less
that's a great point. Another thing I support your point. Kawaki wanted that even before Naruto got sealed. So like that was still his dream. So that could have definitely happened while Naruto was still alive.
Yeah. I also think like, oh, this was the point I was about to bring up. Because we were talking about if Boruto mastered like Momo, basically, like what's his dynamic? Does he have his powers, whatever? But one of the reasons I don't think that can happen off panel is because Kawaki wants to eradicate the Otsutsuki, right? I think he said that. So it seems like he hasn't made any strides in doing so for 3 years. I think Bar had like a theory that I really liked, that Kawaki would like hop between dimensions, taking out Otsutsuki. He clearly hasn't done that. So it looks like the singular entity that's the representation of that goal is just Boruto, at least for now. So if Boruto has control over Momoshiki, that removes Kawaki's motivation going into part 2. It's too early for that motivation to be removed, I believe.